Data sufficiency, question 231. The question states, in the figure above, point D is on AC. What is the degree measure of angle BAC? So clearly, we are dealing with a value data sufficiency where we need one unique value for angle BAC. Now, when you're dealing with a geometry question, especially on data sufficiency, there are 2 points that you need to keep in mind. The first is you do not make any assumptions. You only hold on to definite pieces of information given in the question. Here, the only definite piece of information given in the question is angle ABD is 20 degrees. Second, you always redraw the figures given and you use variables for the unknown angles and the unknown lengths. Since the question asks us to find out the degree measure of angle BAC, let us keep angle BAC to be x. So the question now becomes, what is the value of x? Evaluating the first statement individually, the measure of angle BDC is 60 degrees. So redrawing the figure, we have A, we have B, C, and D. ABD is given as 20 degrees. We've taken angle BAC to be x, and the first statement tells us that angle BDC is 60 degrees. Now there are 2 ways we can evaluate the first statement. The first way is to remember a simple triangle property that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the 2 opposite interior angles. In triangle ABD, the exterior angle here is 60 degrees. And this 60 degrees will always be equal to the sum of the 2 opposite interior angles, which are x and 20. That is angle BAD and angle ABD. So 60 is equal to x plus 20, which gives us a definite value for x, which is 40 degrees. So the first statement is definitely sufficient, and the 2 possible answer choices are AD. The second way of evaluating the first statement is to just keep in mind that the sum of all interior angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. If angle BDC is 60 degrees, then angle ADB will be 120 degrees since they are supplementary angles. That is, they add up to 180 degrees. Now if I consider triangle ABD, then x plus 120 plus 20 will be equal to 180 degrees, which gives us the same value for x, which is 40 degrees. So the first statement is definitely sufficient. The second statement tells us that the degree measure of angle BAC is less than the degree measure of angle BCD. So again, redrawing the figure, we have A, we have B, we have C, we have D, we have this angle to be 20, we've taken angle BAC to be x. Since the second statement tells us x is less than the degree measure of angle BCD, let us keep this to be y. So the second statement tells us that x is less than y. Now all we know here is x is less than y. We don't have any possibility to solve for a definite value for x. So the second statement is clearly insufficient. So I can cancel D and mark A. So the answer here is alpha. The first statement alone is sufficient and the second is not sufficient.